Hi there, my name is Tanisha. Today I'll be showing you how to make a baked oyster and roasted eggplant dish. This is one of my favorite dishes that has oyster, bacon, and eggplant. Okay, so now we move on to the eggplant. First, we will start with the eggplant because it will take the longest. Just take one eggplant about this size, which is about 1 to 1.5 pounds. This is to make 2 serving size dishes of the oyster. First, you want to take a little bit of olive oil, about 2 teaspoons or so, and just rub the eggplant with the olive oil. Because we will be baking it in the oven, rather roasting it in the oven, so we want to make sure there's a little bit of oil so it doesn't stick to the pan, the baking pan. So just take a fork and pierce the skin of the eggplant. Make sure the skin is well pierced, and now have a baking tray ready. Put the eggplant on it. Set your oven to 425°F and bake it in the oven at 425 for 30 minutes or so until when you touch it and it becomes tender. Okay, so it goes in the oven. So while the eggplant is roasting in the oven, you want to get other ingredients ready. You'll need 2 cups of diced onion, half a cup of bacon, your choice, 1/4 cup of butter, unsalted butter, and you have breadcrumbs. You need about 1/4 cup here, and you need some extra 2 tablespoons set aside and apart from the 1/4 cup of the breadcrumbs. And last but not least, you need about 12 ounces of oysters. 12 ounces, if you don't want to go by weight. If you have big oysters like these, you need about 6 pieces, 3 in each ramekins. And then, oh yes, you'll need about 2 ramekins about this size. Okay, so let's check on our eggplant. Make sure you turn your eggplant to evenly cook on all sides. So my eggplant's been in the oven for 30 minutes. To check if your eggplant is done, just pierce it with a skewer or something pointy. It should be pretty lumpy inside, and the skewer should easily go through. So while the eggplant's cooling, because you have to peel the eggplant, we will start preparing our other ingredients. So while the eggplant's cooling, we will start sauteing the bacon. Make sure your pan's hot and ready, and just fry it until it's crisp. So as you can see, the bacon is almost brown and crispy. At this point, you want to add in your onions. Fry the onions with the bacon until they're golden brown. You should end up with something like this, where the onions are nice light to golden brown, light golden to golden brown. So if your bacon had too much oil and you have too much oil in the pan, what you could do is put the mixture on paper towel and just let the oil drain onto the paper towel. But for now, since mine doesn't seem to have that much oil, I'm just going to turn it off, and now we're going to prepare our eggplant. So the eggplant is cold enough to touch. First, what you want to do is cut off the stem part. Now you just want to peel off the skin of the eggplant. So now you're left with the eggplant pulp. Now you want to dice the eggplant into about 1/4 inch size. So do that, just cut it in half, and then cut it in half again, and just cut into about pieces this size right here. Okay. So there you go. You end up with the eggplant. Now have a small mixing bowl Place your eggplant pulp in there. Also your bacon and onion mixture that you just sauteed up. And then just sprinkle a little bit of pepper. For salt, you want to be careful because the bacon's salty, so salt to your taste. However, I'm not going to add any salt for myself. And then now, make sure your oysters are drained onto a paper towel and pat it dry. If not, just have a paper towel ready. Take one of your oysters and just gently press it down, to soak up the excess moisture. So in the bowl is your oyster, your bacon mixture, and the eggplant. Now mix it all up with your fingers. And now add in that 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Make sure you mix well. Now that's your mixture right there. The breadcrumbs, the sauteed onion and bacon and oyster, and the eggplant pulp. Now have your baking dish ready. Place the mixture into the baking dish, like so. Okay, there you go. Now remember the butter, if it's still solid, you need it melted. So what you can do is just place it in the oven for 15 to 20 seconds until it's melted. So my butter is all melted. Now drizzle half the amount just on the top and the rest of the half on top of the other one. Now the 2 tablespoons of breadcrumb, sprinkle 1 tablespoon on each on top. It gives it a nice crust and browns the top. Now have a tray ready. Place it on a tray. And then into the oven for 20 minutes until the mixture starts bubbling and the top is well browned. And this is after 20 minutes it's done. As you can see, it has a nice brown crust on top and it's still bubbling, still pretty hot. And there you have it. That's baked oyster with roasted eggplant and bacon. And so there you have it. That's the baked oyster dish. I'm just going to put it down so really to touch. The full recipe is going to be on the website TanishaCooks.com. Hope you guys check it out. Let me know what you think. And until next time, see you guys.